Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not Gordon Ramsay. I'm not some master chef. And please don't take this the wrong way if you're into cooking, but sure, cooking can be fun, but I don't want to spend more time on it than I have to. Life is already busy enough as it is. And that kind of brings me to the first point of why this rice cooker is so good. First of all, it is so simple and easy to set up. It just takes so much worry out of my day. I know some people will try and cook rice in the pot or pan or other methods, and that stuff just takes so much time and the rice is never that good. This thing right here might be the simplest invention. I mean, heck, I figured it out, right? All you do is open this lid right here, pop the rice and water in, close it, and then all you're gonna do is hit menu and then hit start. Easy as that. And the reason you hit menu is just to select what, how long you want it to cook for, essentially. Nothing else crazy about it. So just menu, I usually just do quick, the quickest setting, and start. And it cooks the rice. It literally will time it for you. It'll beep when it's done. And once it's done, it'll do this keep warm thing where it just keeps the rice warm for you. So it's not like you have to be there right away. I mean, how simple is that? I mean, if I didn't sell you on that right there, the rice that comes out is nearly perfect. It's probably some of the best rice you can have. And obviously for most people, that's the appeal of actually getting a rice cooker, is to get the best rice you can get. Because as you know, if you cook it in a pot or pan, it's not as good as doing it the old fashioned way here with the rice cooker. These rice cookers, they steam the rice, they do a different kind of process that you can't really replicate in like a pan on the stove. Most people are drawn to these because it gives you the best rice, and this just always does it perfect every time, I feel like. I mean, every time I've done this, the rice just comes out so good. And one time I was like, I think I undercooked it because I hit the wrong setting. I just left it in for a couple more minutes and it was just perfectly done. I mean, that's how simple it is. But I was actually drawn to the rice cooker for how easy it was and how much time it saved me. Now, to put it simple for you guys, this thing is so easy. It takes you about 30 seconds to get this thing going. I come back once it's done. I mean, it's that easy. I don't have to do any supervision on it. Now, obviously, whenever you're cooking anything, you should always, be supervising the cooking. You don't want a fire to start. So obviously I'm by it, but I don't have to sit there and stir it endlessly. I don't have to mess with it. It's that easy. It's literally set and forget and come back when it's done. Now, I do this for bodybuilding, but I can imagine there's quite a few people out there with kids, with a family. You come home from work, your kids are hungry. You know how easy it is to get a good dinner for them by popping this thing open, dumping the rice and water, and just hitting cook. Coming back once it's done. And while you're over there on the stove cooking whatever it is, maybe you're making them chicken, steak, whatever, you don't even have to worry about this thing. That right there was the biggest reason I think this thing was the most worth the purchase to me. So if I haven't sold you on the fact that it has the best rice, and it literally saves you so much time and it's so simple, I don't know what else to sell you on. But really though, I know what you're thinking. You gotta be like, well, something's gotta be wrong with this thing. Well, no, really. I do heavy research before I buy any product. I'm one of those guys that's like, I don't wanna buy something that's gonna break in 3 months. I don't wanna waste my money on that. So I did some research. This Tiger brand rice cooker is actually one of the most reliable rice cookers in the whole world. And it has been for a long time. Maybe a drawback is this design isn't exactly as modern as some of the other things in my appliance section here. It kind of looks like it's out of the 80s, but when it comes to something that's reliable and works as good as it does, I kind of understand why they don't want to touch the design, right? You don't want to screw it up. But I mean, really, when all said and done, start to finish, even cleaning this thing is so simple. So let me run you through. I never had used a rice cooker before this right here, and I literally was able to figure it out in like 3 minutes and get a perfectly cooked rice meal. So I went to the store, I bought this. I got this at Costco, which was really nice. It was a good deal. It was a really good deal, like 80 bucks or something, which has bbeen completely worth it in my opinion. Go to Target, I picked up some rice, which the rice was like $1 for a huge bag, because obviously that's the nice thing about rice is that it's really cheap. All I did was it came with an instruction manual. I kind of read it, just said, 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of water. Opened it, put it in, right? Now this thing can actually hold a lot of rice, guys. And in case you aren't aware, because I wasn't, I've never used this stuff before, but cooking like 3 or 4 cups of rice right there is an insane amount of rice. Like that's enough to feed like a family of 8 or 9 or 10. I mean, even for me, when I cooked, I just cooked a half cup of rice there for myself, and that was almost too much. And remember, that's coming from a bodybuilder. So I mean, this thing can really cook a lot of rice for a family super easily. So remember, I got the rice, I put it in, put the water in, literally shut it, hit start. About 20-25 minutes later, the timer went off, said it was done, went on this keep warm, opened it up, took this thing out. This thing comes out, this thing comes out, you just lift it up, comes out of the thing, poured it onto the plate. Boom, that's it. All you have to do is rinse it out in the sink. You're done. Whole thing's clean, everything's done. Dinner is cooked. I'm just saying, if I didn't sell you on this product, I don't know what else to do. That is how simple it was for me, a guy who's never used a rice cooker. I've really never even cooked rice in my life. I've tried it in the pot and pan, and you guys just know that stuff doesn't work. 2 buttons, everything's done. And think about how much time that's saving. Instead of having to try and cook rice in a pot. For most people, if you want the best tasting rice, you're gonna go to the plain setting. It's gonna cook it for about 30-35 minutes, but it's gonna be even better. I like to just do the quick setting because I'm always in a rush. I got things to do. You know, the rice isn't perfect. It's great. It's just not perfect like it would be on the plain setting. How do I say this? The plain setting is like, you know, if you got the time to sit down and cook it, if you aren't worried about waiting that time. You know, I'm always in a rush, so I just do it on the quick setting. That's about 20 minutes. So really, guys, start to finish here, it's simple to use. Anybody can figure it out. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. Rice always comes out consistent and tastes great. It's got multiple settings too if you're kind of more into the cooking space and want to adjust things. I mean, it cooks a ton of rice and it just saves you so much time. Instead of having to worry about stirring it or mix or watching, this thing just gets it all hands on. You dump it in, you shut the lid, you let it run. It is that easy. And last but not least, having this is just good for your health. Having a rice cooker, that means you can just make rice whenever you feel like it by literally just tossing rice in. It's really good for your health and saves you a lot of money when you're not having to go out and eat fast food or reach for those snacks or whatever on the shelf. When you have this right here, when you know you can get a good healthy meal with minimal setup, minimal cleaning, minimal anything, you're more likely to just eat at home and be healthier. Overall, this thing gets the realistic bodybuilding seal of approval. I absolutely love this thing. I completely think it was worth every penny. Honest to God, I think I underpaid for it. And like I said, I'm not some rice cooker enthusiast. I just got this thing and I've just been so impressed on everything it's been doing so far. Like I said, I got mine at Costco, but it's available online at Target, all that stuff. It's a reasonable price. And like I said, guys, just think about all the savings of time, your health, your money. How much money are you saving by using this rice cooker? Rice is really inexpensive. This thing just pays for itself in the end. Highly recommended. If you have any questions about it or anything I can help you with, just let me know in the comments below and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. If you drop a like, it helps other people find this video easier, which is awesome. If you enjoyed it and think others should see it, I'd really appreciate it if you did that. It helps my channel a lot. Subscribe if you want some more bodybuilding news. I know not all of you might not be into that, but if you're a bodybuilder who stumbled upon this looking for a rice cooker, well, I'm the channel for you. Otherwise, folks, get this. You won't regret it.